Politics professor Matthew Goodwin said Central and Eastern Europeans are attempting to carve out a new vision for the European Union after 60,000 people marched through Warsaw to mark Poland's Independence Day in November. Speaking on Sky News, Mr. Goodwin said Central and Eastern European countries have a vision for Europe that is quite different from the open market and socially liberal vision of Europe led by the likes of Emmanuel Macron and Guy Verhofstadt. Mr. Goodwin said Poland and Hungary, also a few other states in Eastern Europe, have been profoundly unhappy about the way in which Angela Merkel and Germany handled the refugee crisis in 2015, also unhappy with the way in which the EU then imposed quite a tough line on some of those states as they tried to handle that refugee crisis in a slightly different way. Getty Sky News. Matthew Goodwin said the European Union must reform its federal vision. Mr. Goodwin savaged the EU's federal vision and said the Brussels bloc must pursue a different way forward for Europe. The politics academic said these tensions that are rumbling beneath the surface of European politics that we saw in Britain that lead to Brexit are certainly also visible across the continent more broadly. That's why the big challenge for Europe in 2018 is going to be trying to bring all this together in some sort of basic sense of unity and coherence. Martin Schulz, who hopes to enter a coalition with Angela Merkel, called for a United States of Europe by 2025 and said any member states who refuse to join his new superstate must leave, and the European Parliament's Brexit negotiator Guy Verhofstadt even wrote a book advocating a federal Europe. But Italian Prime Minister Paolo Gentiloni warned the EU is on the brink of collapse as it embraces wider integration. He said if urgent reforms on both migrant policy specifically and the Eurozone generally were not brought in, then members would seriously question the usefulness of the entire European project. Mr. Gentiloni said, "My worry is that while 2017 was the year of a return of European ambition, we could see excessive prudence in 2018. If we aren't ambitious now that we have stable and widespread growth across all the Eurozone and we also have geopolitical voids to fill, we will really miss an opportunity and we will go back to questioning the strategic usefulness of the project. The wake-up won't last forever. The problem is, will Europe stop in 2018 while we wait for the government solution in Germany, the Italian elections? This is the worry. If it stops, it's a big mistake."